And we're here with the Brother Side Podcast. This is episode 26. Yeah,
I feel like we need to look it up before we start the podcast.
I think it's 25. But today we have Anthony Hudson. He is the owner of Hudson Hustle, Confident Podcast, and he's a franchising expert. What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Anthony?
Super appreciate you guys having me. This is fun. Got the bright lights going.
Bright
This
lights.
is great.
Yeah. Bright lights. So we start off the podcast talking about the drink of choice.
Yeah.
So today we have Starbucks Espresso Quad.
Yeah. Here's how you say it when you order it next time. It's
Okay.
Quad Espresso over ice, grande cup. That's
Boom.
it. Boom.
Okay.
Quad
Yeah.
Espresso over ice and grande cup. That will get you going in the mornings or like in the afternoon.
Mid-afternoon.
Yeah,
Push
yeah.
you through that like 2 o'clock
That's
roll.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Hopefully you don't need it at 2, but a special occasion, I suppose.
Yeah, Alex definitely didn't order it that way. There was a lot of question marks.
What am I?
Is
says-
quad a thing? Quad? Am I
Quad?
saying it right?
Espresso?
Grande?
Four?
Is that medium? I don't know. We are not.
Not baristas, I guess,
No,
huh?
we're not
Never?
baristas. We're not.
No.
We're not Starbucks people typically.
Yeah.
But usually when I get coffee on the go, it's scooters, just
There you
because there's
go.
one really close by.
Yeah.
Convenience.
I'm a bit of a
and
s-
the whole franchising
Yeah,
thing.
nope,
you know?
love that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it. I know.
I got
I'm
it.
a Starbucks.
There's a
snob.
guy on my crew. They own a couple Starbucks.
Do they?
Scooters.
Scooters, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's great.
yeah, he's big into scooters.
It's great.
So where are you from, Anthony? Born and raised.
Small town. So I'm in Nebraska. Corn-fed, right? That's what everybody says when I say I'm from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Corn-fed,
Corn.
right? I'm a small town Nebraska kid. I actually grew up on a farm. So my hometown is called Polk, Nebraska. Small town, like 500 people.
Where's that at?
That is by, so you know where York is on the interstate? You
Yeah.
know, or if you take Highway 92 straight through Waterloo and it goes straight west about an hour and 15 minutes. So
Okay.
we're talking small town.
We're gonna be in Prague. This
Prague,
weekend.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys from? No.
No, we're
Mud volleyball
That's right.
tournament.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Gotta do those.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So small town. So for example, I had 21 of my graduating senior high school class.
wow.
4
Jeez.
girls, 1 foreign exchange student. Like we're talking small.
Sausage fest.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, it was terrible, and I think I was related to 2 of them. Like 2 of them were my cousins, right? So we had to date the girls ahead of a class, higher than us, right? So, anyways, and then I played 8-man football, for example. So,
Okay.
Yep.
yeah, so it was a great upbringing. Wouldn't change it for the world, but
Sure.
you couldn't walk out your front door without somebody knowing about it,
Oh,
right?
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it is, right?
Yep.
So it kept me from getting in trouble, probably.
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah.
is good.
Your parents were farmers?
Yeah, so grew up farming. My 3 or 4 generations probably at this point. Corn and soybeans mostly, so
Yep.
no livestock for us. But so grew up with that life. That was great work ethic, getting up early. I think I started driving at the age of 5, which was a smart. Yeah, no, seriously, driving down.
extension on the pedals?
Yeah, no, I couldn't reach the pedals. We put it in low, and I could just barely reach the brake, and I just tap and brake. So irrigating season comes around, and I'm driving down the fields so they could lay out irrigation pipe. My mom and dad, and I
Wow.
was driving the truck or the
Nice.
tractor with and now it's the 4-wheeler, but before then, we
Right.
didn't have those back then. So.
Yeah.
Are they back? Are
Yeah,
they
ages
still
me.
out there? Your
Yeah,
parents?
yeah. My parents, so I'm the oldest of 3. My 2 younger brothers help on the farm as well, and then they both have kind of their own thing that they do also. So it's cool about farming. It's something different every single day. That's what my dad loves about it. Super outdoor guy, right?
Yep,
And my mom loves to help as well. So yeah, love getting back there. I like to go back and pretend like I'm farming, right? And hopefully, I think the last couple times I've gone to harvest, I spilled a ton of corn, and I also took a door off of one of the trucks almost. So it's
you know what?
they do it
Next
just to
year you
appease
don't
me.
know.
Oh, Anthony's coming back. We better get ready, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but it's
City
fun.
boy wants to be a farmer again.
Right, just for a day or 2,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Just play pretend a little bit.
So when did you break out of there? College?
College. So I went to college, Nebraska Wesleyan. Went and played football, Nebraska
Yeah.
Wesleyan, small school, like Division
D
2.
running back?
No.
Close.
You play everything. I played safety. I played everything
Good.
in high school, and then played safety in college.
Yeah.
So it was good. I like to hit people, so that's always
Yeah,
fun.
lighting people up.
Yeah.
And then you studied exercise science
Yep.
and business admin.
Exercise science was I didn't really, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up, let's be honest. But
Still
at
figuring
that
it out.
point,
Yeah.
kind of liked working out. So I'm like, business seems boring. Didn't know anything
Yeah,
about business back
super
then.
boring.
Should have went into marketing because, everybody needs marketing, right?
Right,
And sales.
right.
But So a little bit of business behind, but I'm just like, I like to work out. It's fun in the gym, that kind of thing. So learned a lot through our strength program at Wesley, and we had a really good strength coach. So I'm like, all right, see what I can do with that. Thought it'd be good to coach kids, exercise science, that kind of thing. So that was the route I went. And it's done well for me so far. I still use my degree, but I feel like anybody that gets the 4-year degree, a lot of times they're not actually working in the degree that they graduated with.
It's
a lot of times. Sometimes you're just getting that diploma piece of paper. And now more than ever, I feel like, man, maybe you don't even need that anymore. It's an ongoing kind of debate in some cases.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on unless you're going into a specific profession.
Right.
Doctor.
Shit, now you can just be a TikToker and make
Right.
millions.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I don't even know
Like
what that
your
is.
kids-
Oh,
yeah,
man,
I mean, I
that
know what
age.
TikTok is, but
Yeah.
We went
Dance
down the
videos.
TikTok route
Did ya?
this week, for our oldest. So we'll see how that goes.
so
All
they
her-
just
She just got her
just got it.
phone just for not TikTok purposes, just because in case she needs it, go to
Right.
Anyways, 10-year-old phone seems too early to
10
me.
years old.
Oh man,
is it
But
like an iPhone?
yeah, she
mean-
got the newest one.
Oh man,
Like I think Siri heard us talking about, hey, should we get Sawyer a phone? And then all of a sudden,
There's a
magically,
deal.
there's
Yeah.
a deal.
Yeah.
There's a deal. Oh,
Yep.
hey, you get this phone for free for this upgrade if you upgrade your plan. Blah blah blah. So they got us.
So-
but she's been really good with it so far. It's just for if she's going somewhere. Like it's not a device that she's on all the time, right?
Not
you gotta
yet.
earn. Yeah, I know.
Does she have the
We'll work on that.
Instagram?
Nope.
Okay.
No Instagram. She uses it to talk to her friends, FaceTime, and then a couple friends have TikTok. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I probably should. My wife's gonna kill me for saying all this, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's real.
It's
It
the
is what it
world
is.
we're
It's the
in.
way of the world.
Yeah.
100%. So
like I didn't get my first cell phone. Obviously, it was a flip phone. But I was 16. It was
Yeah.
just to communicate to parents on where I was going.
I
know?
think
But they don't even have flip phones now,
Yeah.
do they? I mean,
think
can you
senior-
get one?
I
I don't know.
Maybe.
You got it for the game Worm. Remember that? Just circling around.
It was actually Pong with the moving sides, the Pong. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's same. I was like senior in high school when I got my first phone. Or
Yeah.
something. So,
Yep. I think I was a junior.
Going
yeah,
to
so-
college, but
yeah, it's just different now.
Different.
You don't have. It's not that everyone has a phone at a very early age. Just is.
yeah.
And we're gonna hold off as long as we can. But
You're gonna have to break sooner or later.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want their friends calling our phones. Yeah. I mean,
Same. And it gets
and we're not gonna get a landline.
No, it was getting to that point too.
Yeah.
So it was the way to go. She's done good with it so far, so
Well, good.
we'll be okay.
So you're married with 3 kids.
Yeah, I've been married 15 years. Actually, our anniversary's coming up in a couple weeks. 15-year
What's
anniversary.
the date?
Congrats.
You got it?
22nd, July
Okay.
22nd,
Yeah. Good.
2006.
All right.
Come on,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
test
that
me.
was easy.
Don't
No,
test
That
me.
looked easy. It's not as easy for Alex.
Oh.
Alex is
Carry the 2.
maybe forgot an anniversary fairly recently.
Well, you don't
or
even
was
know
it
what- you guys
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's
You
Day.
guys don't even know what episode you're on for your podcast, so it doesn't
Yeah,
surprise
yeah.
me.
It's a couple airheads
Every day's
here,
a struggle.
Oh no,
It's
I'm just
episode
kidding.
25.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Well, then why do you
You
looked
said
at?
26, and I just kind of is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Threw you
It's
off.
25.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so 15 years, 3 daughters, surrounded by women. We even have a female dog, actually. So it's good. It's good for me. I need it, right? They'll take care of me when I'm older. Everybody's asking me,
Yeah.
like, geez, what did you do to deserve that? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, they're going to take care of me when I'm older. Like, I had sons. Peace out. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Good?
Yeah.
Okay, see you later. Right?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I like that theory. I have one daughter.
Seriously.
She's 4 months, and I have 2 girl dogs. So I'm on the
There
same,
you go. There you
same
go.
route
Same
you're on
trajectory.
right now. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
See, my wife's outnumbered. I have 2 boys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're like you said, they're gonna ignore me. They already do.
Yeah.
You know, according to my youngest, I was his number 11th favorite thing.
Wow.
He couldn't even
You didn't make top 10?
He couldn't even come up with 10 things. That's just it.
But you're still number 11.
Yeah, and I was still number 11. My oldest son, I was number 8. My wife was number 4. And his number 1 thing was taquitos. Taquitos. And then his best friend, he couldn't think of a 3rd thing. Then my wife was number 4. I was number 8. Again, couldn't come up with another.
Dad is
Yeah.
not as cool as taquitos.
Taquitos. Yeah.
Wow. What a
He
slap in the
loves
face.
taquito. Oh man, we call them skinny tacos at home, but yeah, he just loves
I
it.
can see that. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
They're-
So let's start
No,
off.
this is good.
Well, not start off, but let's get into business here.
Yeah.
So you used to be a part of a business brokerage.
Yeah, so I work full time for a company called Franchise Fastlane. That's my full time job. It's based here out of Omaha. So we help different franchise concepts develop, basically. So they're probably already franchises and just kind of getting their feet wet in the franchising game, and we take them and catapult that, right? So we shoot them to the moon. So typically, we've got about 15 different brands we work with. Each brand typically has their own director, a couple different directors per brand, and we're taking that concept and helping them bring on franchisees, right? So they're bringing on.
Okay.
So maybe you talk to me and you say, hey, I don't know. I want to invest in something. I don't want to invest in the stock market, or I'm already doing that. I don't want to invest in real estate. I'm already doing that. I want to invest in a business, but I don't have the time.
Right.
I don't have, I don't want to start from scratch, but I want to, extend my portfolio, or maybe I want to, do something that I can be hands-on with, but still keep my full-time job. Or maybe I'm done with corporate world, especially in the COVID times recently, where there's been a ton of people took a package, got furloughed, got let go, or just are tired of the rat race. I'm like, I'm not going back to the corporate world ever again. I want to work from home. I want to do something semi-absentee. I want to do something hands-on. What does that look like? What are my options? What are my opportunities, right? So my wife and I have been in franchising now for about 15 years. We've owned, 3 different concepts now as franchisees. So we've bought in. I've actually worked for a franchisor, so a big company that brings on franchisees in the health and nutrition space. And then my wife is actually in area development for a franchise concept where, she does it all, but we own the state of Nebraska, Iowa, and Tennessee. So we bring on franchisees for that concept as well. So they invest in the business, and then they get the infrastructure, the playbook, the process, the support, the territory. So a history of success. They're able to see, hey, in a franchise disclosure document, it'll show you history, right? So, hey, this is the average of what
Item
you
19.
can. There you go. Somebody's
Alex,
doing
Alex
franchise.
knows a thing or two about franchise.
Yep, Mr. Franchise. I forgot. That's right. You told me that. So, franchising has been a big part of our life, whether as franchisees, working for a franchisor, bringing on people that are interested in any type of franchise, or focusing on specific ones as well. So, and I do want to invest in something else at some point. I haven't found the right opportunity yet.
So
It's being an owner again.
You don't own a franchise right now.
Kind of. So the area development thing, that's called HydroDog. So it's mobile dog grooming and pet washing, right?
Okay.
So we are partners with the franchisor. So in franchising, there's also area developers, or they call them master franchisees sometimes. That's what my wife and I are. Okay. So again, we own the state of Nebraska, Iowa, and Tennessee. So we bring on people that live in those states that want to have their own HydroDog, a mobile dog grooming and pet washing. It's like Dumb and Dumber on steroids.
I've seen
Big
that.
blue dog, right? Obnoxious, silly.
I've seen a
That's
HydroDog.
great marketing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Kids follow it like it's an ice cream truck. It's silly. It's stupid, but it's fun.
Leave us alone.
It's fun. And that's, now in franchising, you're seeing convenience wins out, mobile, like all that stuff. Everything's going, we're so impatient. We want everything at our doorstep, like DoorDash and all these other things. Convenience. So same thing with HydroDog is we show up, wash the dog, groom the dog. You don't have to do anything. You walk the dog out to the truck. Like the water's already in there. All the mess is in our truck, right? You come out with a fresh, new, happy, smelling good bandana on the dog, ready to roll, and the kids are loving it, and the dog feels great, and it works awesome.
Has that just exploded during COVID?
Yes, absolutely. I will say that, part of, there's been good and bad things with COVID, of course, right? So, with COVID, the convenience piece, that's huge. I will tell you that also on the backside of things, though, people don't realize production issues, like people not working anymore in factories and things like that. So, that for a time slowed down the production on some of the dogs that, we have to put together on the vans and things like that. So has it exploded in terms of people wanting to come into the business and be part of that? Absolutely. And have their own dog? Yes. But, people don't realize, same thing with construction right now. Home, the materials are crazy expensive, waiting on everything. Exactly. So that kind of, yes, people want in, but we have to kind of keep them in line. And hey, we're getting there slowly but surely. But we have to, get everything else lined up too. So yes.
So there's a consulting aspect to franchise.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
interesting.
Yep.
And then you're part of Ninja Nation.
Yep. So Ninja Nation is one of the brands I represent. So Ninja Nation is a specific. So think of the show American Ninja Warrior. Yeah. Right. So that's the main brand that I focus on. What? Is he the American Ninja Warrior guy?
I was very into it when it was early on. I was
it's been like 12 seasons.
I know. It was like early.
You were training for it.
Nice.
Kind of. Yeah.
Nice.
But It fell through.
So,
long story short.
so the show, American Ninja Warrior, Ninja Nation's not affiliated with it, but it's world-class obstacle course arenas, right? So it's a very up-and-coming brand. So retail space, big facilities, but you walk in, huge wow factor. Kids love it. I just took my daughters for the first time. Closest one's in Denver right now. So I'm trying to get one into Omaha.
Yeah,
We're
that'd be
working on
sweet.
it. But so it's, whether you're a casual user, you want to be a part of, there's ninja moms and dads now. I don't know if you guys know that. Seriously, soccer moms, soccer dads, baseball moms, baseball dads, competitions.
Oh.
So it's becoming worldwide sport. They're talking about potentially Olympics, intramurals.
way.
I swear.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not,
That'd be
testing it.
awesome. But
He's
it'd
back
have
in.
to-
He's back in.
Yeah, I am back in.
Training
But it would
starts
have to be the
tomorrow.
exact. I would think it would have to be the exact same course for everybody.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, I
so
mean-
you can train in different ways, and so American Ninja Warrior, 15,000 square foot facilities, tall, but for the power user, that's somebody that really is into ninja sport, or just, hey, I want my kid to go burn off a ton of energy, spend 2 hours, have a ton of fun, not realize they're working out and getting healthy, and fall asleep on the ride home in the car.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Getting away from the devices and the TV and the computer games and there's a lot of pent up energy from the pandemic too, right?
Right.
So it's going really, really well.
You got to crunch the numbers pretty good for that franchise, though, don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
taking up that much retail space,
Yep.
what the ROI
Yep.
could be on that.
Yep, you got to be and that's a key part of it. So we take you through the entire process. I'm not a hard salesman. I'm not somebody that's you do this, right? I want you. It's a consultant role, consultative role. So if this doesn't make sense for you, the passion's going to be there. Then does the business make sense? People get
Right.
excited about kids and sports, and it's in the sportainment industry. So technically it's more entertainment than sport, but the sport
Right.
piece is coming along quickly, right? So, but we're very upfront. We have a very detailed process educating a potential franchisee. You talk to these people, you're going to know how much it's going to cost. It shows all that in the franchise disclosure document, as you know. But there's very detailed, and there's a little bit of faith that you have to go on, right?
Oh,
there's
yeah.
always
There's
risk
always
involved.
risk.
Franchising is great because it shows a proven process and a model, but on the flip side, you're in control of your own destiny. You got to follow the playbook and process. You got to do the work still, right? Now, you don't have to write the playbook. You don't have to start from scratch. A lot of the mistakes have already been made for you. So a lot of the issues that potentially you're not going to have to deal with, right? So that's the
Right.
cool part about franchising that I
Yeah.
love. And the whole reason we got into it is when I was working my corporate job in the bank, I knew I wanted to own a business, but knew I couldn't leave the security, the insurance, the paycheck, the steadiness of my current job. But when we bought our first gym, I was able to hire somebody to run the 8 to 5 while I was at the bank. And then I would open the gym from 5 to roughly 8 in the morning, and then I'd go and close it at night, right? So
Some long days.
there's some long days, but knowing that it was temporary, right?
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. Hey,
Vision was out
the
there.
vision was out there. I knew where the path was. I knew if I do this, and this for so long, we'll grow it and build it and so on and so forth. So that's the beauty of franchising is I was able to keep my full-time job, and we are now business owners, right?
That's awesome.
At the same
Yeah.
time. So not always does that work. Depends on the
Sure.
person. Have to be the right type of person, the right situation, of course, but that's a possibility. Semi-absentee, right?
Yep.
So a lot of people want to invest in a business, not
But
pay
don't
for
wanna
their
be there.
next job. Well,
Yeah.
they don't want to be there. Yeah, semi-absentee or passive, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it, right? So people think in franchising, you're buying your next job, right? When you're investing in a business a lot of times, which is awesome. So just depends on what your goals are.
Sounds like to me like this Ninja Nation is kind of like a little bit older version of have you ever been to Urban Air?
Yep.
Ever take kind of like that? It caters to the next level of kid
Yep.
because Urban Air is mostly little kids.
Yep.
You know?
5 to 15-year-olds is Ninja Nation's core
Yeah.
demographic. Yep. So that would be a similar.
So
Yep.
you can't participate. That can't
Sorry,
be a
buddy.
training
You're
facility.
out.
No.
No, actually, they have
I
adult
think-
fitness classes.
Yeah, it'd be.
They do.
I think this is exactly something I could do.
We're just gonna get you to buy a franchise right now
Yeah.
on the podcast. I've already got you committed, so
Yeah.
you bring in one.
Hook,
to
line,
Omaha,
and
so we're
sinker,
good.
man. I'm
Yeah.
in.
Is that a $500,000 buy-in?
More than that.
Yeah. Okay. Can
Yeah,
we say
more than
numbers
that.
or no?
Yeah, no. It's you're gonna be over $1 million initial investment.
Yeah.
Usually,
Just
depending
the
on real estate,
infrastructure.
the equipment.
square
I
footage,
mean,
yeah.
well, it's 15,000 square feet.
Yeah,
right? So,
just that alone.
yeah, no, it's
You're-
available on. You go to the website, you can see it all. It's all on there.
And where would you place one of those? Thinking about Omaha right now.
You can do
where would that-
retail. You can do flex space, light industrial. You need 20-foot ceilings, right? So it doesn't have to be on the center of Main and Main. It doesn't have to be. It can go in retail centers. So we've put them in grocery stores or blocked off. I think, Pier 1 Imports went out of business,
Yep.
unfortunately. Some places like that, some old gyms, like some maybe old gymnastics type places.
Yep.
We can, so
An old
you're typically
bag and
leasing
save.
space. Yep.
Yep.
Grocery stores work
Yeah.
great. What's the other one? Forever 21s. We've gone on a couple of those before. So it just depends. There's real estate available right now more than ever. There's more opportunity in real estate now than there has been in a long time as far as on the commercial side, right? Especially in retail. People are
Closing doors left and right.
Yep, it's a
Amazon,
tenant
man.
market. It's a tenant market.
Yeah.
Landlords are willing to play ball. So that's
Finally.
a cool part,
Yeah.
finally, for now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially you got so many people working at home.
Yep.
You have a lot of commercial or a lot of businesses being like, hey, we don't have to be in person.
Yeah, we don't need a
Yeah.
big office space anymore. So.
That's awesome.
We got some news to break on this podcast.
Oh boy.
You have a new podcast.
And it's not. Yes. Well,
We're talking-
rebranded. Let's call it that. Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. So segue. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. So during COVID and the pandemic, I realized, and I've been a fitness coach for a long time. The gyms that I've owned and those kind of things, that's always been a passion of mine. I believe fitness is the foundation of all things success. If you take care of yourself first, fitness-wise, you're going to be able to better take care of others, right? As a dad, as a business partner, as a husband, as a wife, whatever that looks like for you. So it's always been a key thing. So, but then when COVID hit and we're all at home together, right, working from home, world's turned upside down, right? So people's routines completely go out the window. Can't work out at a gym anymore, right? So you're not going to the gym to work out. What do I do at home? I don't have any equipment, right?
Right.
Eating out, taking clients out to eat. I don't know how to make food at home. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to order. Like family traditions, like on the weekends, we're going out to dinner. We're going to the Urban Airs or whatever.
Right.
Can't do that anymore, right? So all this stuff, plus, I like you on the weekends, husband or wife. Like, hey, honey, I love you on Friday and Saturday, but Tuesday afternoon at like 2 o'clock, you don't like me so much, right? And maybe I don't like you so much right now, then and there. So it's getting used to all that. So routines, healthy habits, building structure. A lot of people think routines are boring, right? It's like takes all the fun out of life. Like I used to be the guy.
Where's the spontaneity?
Yep, spontaneity. I used to be the guy that's like, hey, I just want to roll with the punches. Whatever life throws at me, I'm going to bob and weave and punch back, right?
Yep.
I did okay with that for a while, but come to find out, when we found out we were having our twin daughters about 8 or 9 years ago, I just changed jobs. We just opened our second gym. So I was 6 months into a new job, and then on top of that, we found out we're having twin daughters. Like, okay, something's got to change. I was not waking up early. I was not going to the gym. I did not have a routine. I did not have any structure in my life. I was just, again, rolling with it. So I quickly figured out then that, hey, I got to have some kind of a plan for my day every single day. Early morning routine before I go to bed. And then it just kind of developed over the long haul. And I realized when COVID hit then, I'm pretty good at this routine stuff. Maybe I could teach this to some other people. So that's where the ripped routine, long answer. Sorry. We're getting there. I promise. I'm getting there. Sorry.
You gotta have the
rambling a little
backstory.
bit. Good backstory, yeah. So that's where the Ripped Routine podcast came into play. Hey, I want to start a podcast. Let's talk about routine building. Let's talk about why you need structure in your life, especially now more than ever, because we don't know what to do with ourselves now that we're at home all the time, right? So you still need a plan for your morning, a plan for at night, and then everything that happens in between. If you know you got wins early, like sweating before the sun, getting your workout in early, getting some positivity, gratitude, getting some positive thoughts, whether you're reading, listening to a podcast, self-development type stuff early in the morning, that gets you ready to roll. Like the working out thing I love doing in the morning because it gets my mind turning, it gets me confident. Wins early in the day helps you backload the rest of your day, right? And getting the toughest stuff done first early, I feel like is the best way because the rest of the day is easier then. So do the tough stuff first. So
What time are you getting up?
5.
Okay. So you're at the gym at 5:30.
Used to be. I'm outside running now. I'm doing a program called 75 Hard where you have to do an outdoor
You're
work.
still doing it?
Yeah, it's almost done.
We'll
About
get
2
into
years.
that.
Yeah.
I wanna hear
So
about
my
that.
wife, so that's the other part. So balance, right? So she gets up and goes at 6, right? So if I'm up, I've got to leave and go run in the dark early, or I go work out when I get home, and I'm getting up about 5 and doing other stuff I need to do. So, and she works out while I'm home with the girls, and then I go work out when she gets home. So we have to flip-flop it, right?
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, crazy.
And on that note, we'll take a break.
Are you committing yourself to exercising in 2021? We can't help you keep your head out of the Cheetos bag, but we can help fix up your exercise equipment. Don't let your fitness equipment be the reason you don't hit your goals. Call Fitness Machine Technicians today. Fitness Machine Technicians repair and maintain all makes and models of fitness equipment. Some of our clients include hotels, apartments, gyms, corporate companies, assisted living, physical therapy, and let's not forget the homeowners. Fitness Machine Technicians keep your equipment fit to keep you fit. Give us a call at 402-871-4735.
Hey, we're back to the brother side. We got Anthony Hudson, and we were just discussing his podcast, which is getting rebranded.
Yeah, so circling back, ripped routine, developing a healthy routine and habits, structuring your life is the way to build a life on fire, right? We want a life on fire. 5 pillars to my program. I call it Forever 5. So this ripped routine is the podcast and was my coaching program, but we're rebranding it. And here's why. So 5 pillars are faith. So think of mindset. So not just faith in God and religion, but mindset, positivity, gratitude.
Like faith in the process.
Faith in yourself. So confidence a little bit. We'll get to that. So that's faith. Family of choice and family of origin, whether that's your friends, your business partners, obviously your blood family. So that's family of origin, but then the people you choose to spend the most time with, right?
Sure.
So we are the average of the 5 people we hang out with most, right?
Who says that?
A lot of people.
That's not.
There is somebody that
one
said
person.
Yeah,
Is that Tony Robbins, maybe?
Nah, maybe.
What was the phrase?
You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with most. And it's some people will even build it up. You guys hang out with each other too much?
I'm looking at Alex.
Need to level up your
no
group,
wonder I'm
your crew.
freaking terrible. Just hanging out with Alex all the time.
So, and that some people take it even further into like the finances side of things. So if you're hanging out with some really wealthy or well-off people, then you'll find a way to get there as well. So,
Sure.
So your group and your network is your net worth, right? Another similar type of saying. So, so that's family. Okay. So family of choice and family of origin. Faith, family, fitness. Fitness is the foundation of all things success. So I'm a huge believer in if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of others as well, right?
Sure,
So a lot of dads and moms are like people pleasers, like taking care of the kids. That's all they do. But then their health slides, maybe their fitness slides because they don't put it in the calendar. They don't schedule it, right? But if you take care of your fitness, healthy body, healthy mind, feel great, high energy. Like one of my sayings is fit grandpa goals. Like I want to be the grandpa that's jumping on the trampoline with his granddaughters in the backyard. I want to be running routes for my quarterback grandson in the backyard, like catching passes, right? That's why I focus on fitness so much, is those kind of goals, right?
You want to be mobile when you're
I want to be able to walk down the aisle on my own 2 feet when my granddaughters get married or grandsons, like that kind of stuff. So
what'd you call it? Fit grandpa life?
Fit grandpa goals.
Oh, fit grandpa goals.
Yeah. There's a lot of others,
I
but
like that. I like
fitness is and it's confidence, right? If it's about you feel good with fitness, then you're gonna look good and you're gonna play good, right?
Yeah.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Heck yeah.
So fitness, faith, family, fitness, finances, right? So business, anything business, bank account. If you own a business, if you're working the 9 to 5, if you're an intrapreneur or an entrepreneur, whatever that looks like. But finances, you have to have goals, financial goals, money mindset, those kind of things. I had big issues with money growing up. Maybe not growing up, but I was. I thought that money was maybe evil, or that because I didn't have a lot of money, like jealousy and all this other stuff growing up. Like saw some of my friends were successful and I don't need that, but really I was just jealous, right? Yeah. Money is a means to an end. It's not like it's a thing. Like the more money you have, the more people you can help. Is my focus now going forward. So, and then the last one is, and nobody's coaching on this, right? So this is my favorite. So faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun. Okay. So fun meaning setting up traditions, making memories, like the vacations and those kind of things. But we do family dinner almost every night. We're typically going on a Friday or Saturday night. We all go out to eat together. We want to have those family traditions and grow that now. Like we want our kids to come back on the major holidays and those kind of things, and know that they can always come back to us and bring their friends over and kind of be, I'd much rather have their friends come to our house than our kids go to somebody. Not that I don't trust anybody else. It's just,
we've always said the same thing.
It's just kind of nice. Yeah.
What,
So
singing booze?
Maybe.
I'm not calling
What?
Justin out.
Hey.
He would never do that.
But nobody, like when we're building routines and coaching, performance coaching, nobody focuses on fun, right?
Yeah.
And it's a reward system. So you get your critical tasks done during the day. If you get done by noon, all the stuff that you had planned out for the day,
Yeah.
I'm going golfing, I'm taking the kids to the pool, I'm going to go catch a movie, whatever that looks like, right? So you got to plan your fun too. So many people are so hard on themselves, and are so focused on the grind that they wear themselves out,
Yeah.
right? You've got to reward yourself and be able to allow a little bit of fun in your life. Maybe that's just watching trash TV for an hour. I mean, that's
Yeah.
okay. Sometimes you just got to check out
Just
for a
zone
little
out,
bit,
man.
you know?
So a guy like you, how many boxes do you have to check each day?
Yeah, that's a good
One in
question.
every. Yep. So I do this myself, and I take it through for my coaching program. It's one in every category. So they fill out a form for me every week. Check its accountability, a lot of it too, and which people need. I need it as well. So everybody, whether it's group or one-on-one coaching, they send me a form by 9 p.m. Sunday night, planning out their entire week. And they have one critical task they need to complete in each one of the Forever 5: faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun. So I give them a sheet. They fill it out. So faith, maybe it's they meditate. Maybe they're doing their gratitude journaling. Maybe they're doing breathing techniques, whatever that looks like, right? Family, what are you doing for your family? Maybe it's reaching out to a parent or a loved one and just appreciation text. Hey, miss you, mom and dad, haven't seen you in a while, right? Hope everything's cool. Fitness, whatever you're doing for your workout that day. If you're running sprints, if you're hitting the gym, if you're doing Peloton, if you're doing a jog outside, whatever that looks like. Fun, what are you doing? Maybe it's just spending time with your wife, a little date night action after the kids are in bed. Maybe it's just spending an hour just talking, like about nothing.
It's fun when you're not in the doghouse.
That is fun.
I was there last week.
It's definitely,
It happens.
Yeah,
I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
So, so we just go through every single category, right? And then just one for every day of the week, and you're planning your weeks out. And not always are you going to hit it every single day. There's some things that are going to have to take priority and take more of your time. There's no perfect balance in life. I'm not coaching it to be that, right? Some days your fitness has to take priority. Some days it's going to be your family. Some days it's going to be business. Like when I'm traveling, like I was gone to Florida for pretty much Sunday through Thursday last week. So all those days, I basically X'd out everything else besides fitness, and I still did family stuff, but like work took precedence on those days, right? Because I was traveling and gone and away. But now, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4th of July, I did date nights with all my girls. We all went on dates. We did a group date. We went out for family dinner, right? So you come back once you're done, and then you focus on that, right? So many people get caught up in have to do business first. Where as a guy or whoever the breadwinner is, provider, protector, you got to make the money, right? That's your job. That's what our purpose is. But what happens is they plan their entire calendar around business instead of your family. You should start with your family first, kids' activities, vacations, making memories, all that stuff. And then for your business, you can work that in and around those events. So swimming tomorrow night, swim meet, and tennis practice, and all this other stuff. I want to be around for some of that stuff too. I want to be the dad that's able to, go to the 10 o'clock tennis practice in the morning, right?
Life balance.
Life balance. It's not a perfect balance, but you
find
make
it
it work.
somehow.
That's right.
Yeah.
When did you change? Because I creeped on you on your podcast, Facebook, LinkedIn. It seems like
Very, very
maybe
creepy.
2017. I'm good at creepy.
You're creepy.
2017, 2018 is kind of when your mind changed.
Yep. Even there was. So our daughters were born in 2015. Our twins. Okay. That's when the initial change happened. I'm not saying it like just flipped the switch overnight, but that's when I was telling you earlier that, hey. New job. We just found out we're having twin girls after, we went through a lot as far as like trying to have kids. Like we struggled with that, like fertility issues, all that stuff. I'm very open about that. It was not fun.
Same.
It's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same boat.
It's tough, man. It's so tough, especially on our wives, us too.
Yeah.
Like as a man, like you're like, the heck.
Right.
It's weird.
It's supposed to be easy.
It's supposed to be easy, right?
It's supposed to be easy. And
Yeah.
fun.
So that was part of it. Found out we're having twins. And I knew, like, okay, this is potentially 3 weddings I have to pay for, right? Potentially. I'm like, oh, my God. So, I mean, I tell people that all the time. I was like, I had 3 weddings to pay for. Hopefully it's just 3, right? Maybe it could be more these days, right?
Yeah, you never
Anyways, so that was the initial part of the shift. And then recently, gosh, I think COVID, there's been a couple different shifts. Yeah, it's 17, 18. When I can't pinpoint it really. It's just knowing that I was meant for more. Like, I think so many times people get caught up in self-limiting belief, like scarcity mindset. So I started listening to podcasts more. I joined a couple mastermind groups, and that was actually in about 18. We moved into our dream house, which I'm like, all right, we do this now. What else can I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because we had to upgrade houses, and I was doing well financially, but I'm like, this is nothing compared to some of these people that I see, right? So where can I push the limit even further? So going all in, I think, around 18, probably in 19. And then what I realized is maybe I've got some things that I've learned over the time that I can help others with. So it's my goal, all the podcasts and all the social media I'm on and posting numerous times a day and doing videos, like people might think I'm egotistical or I just like to hear myself talk, things like that. But really what I'm trying to do is help one person a day.
Yep.
If I can help one person a day, then I'm doing good. 365 people a year, right? So one video, one post, one something, that's all I'm going for. I don't care if they like it. Like, sometimes people will say, hey, thank you for saying that. I needed this today, or message me personally. I don't do it for that. I've made a lot of mistakes, so I'm trying to prevent other people from making those mistakes.
Well, and you never know about the group of people that's listening
That's
that
right.
doesn't say anything.
That's right.
There's plenty of things that I've listened to. I'm like, I'm going to start implementing that in my life.
100%.
Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone, somebody like that. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to try that. You know, but I don't say that to Grant Cardone like, hey, thanks for the tip, man.
Hey,
Thanks,
Grant.
Yeah.
No, most
Appreciate
people
you.
don't. So, it's kind of, people don't know. They hang out behind the scenes for a long time, and then one thing hits them just that one time, that one day, perfect. It's all timing is really what it is. Like, so you have to be consistent with it, and then boom. Oh, man, I needed that today. That was perfect.
Do you find it hard to stay motivated yourself and stay focused? Like,
Sure.
You have to have days where it's just like, I don't want to do this.
Absolutely. And something I've learned from, because I invest personal development, I spend a lot of money every single year on groups and mentors and personal development as well from coaches. And one of my coaches said, like, some days you just have to kind of just sit in it, like sit in the darkness or sit in the bad days and like not try to run from it right away immediately, but like, okay, I got here, I'm here. Like, what does this feel like? Okay, today's just going to be a bad day, and that's okay. But then the rest of the week, I'm going to make up for it, right? So you don't have to automatically like try to fight, punch, claw, back against the wall, immediately try to, rip past it or through it. It's sometimes it's just, okay, I'm here. This is okay. I'll get through it. Let it be a little bit, and then the next day's a new day.
Marinate
in it. Let it sit for sure.
Yeah, because it's got to be hard to bring the energy all the time. That's what I'm seeing from you. Yeah, this guy's energetic. It'd be it'd be hard to bring it every day. Especially there's days where I'm just like, man, I just want to.
Well, like, where do you find your inspiration? Like, because there has to be days where you just can't come up with something.
Yeah.
Like, well, you have your word of the day.
Yeah.
Right. How do you keep coming up with different terms and different meanings in life? I would be good for maybe like a week. And then I would, you know what I mean? Like, I did it.
My words of the day are I quit.
Quit.
We should all do it.
We should all think about quitting more often. Today sucks.
No, it's you get in a rhythm and you just make it part of your routine. It's just once you build a habit, like it's a lot of that stuff. And there's some days that are terrible. Like word of the day, like nobody's watching that, or he's an idiot. Like and that's okay. People want to see that too. People want to see what's real. Yep. Right? So look behind the curtains, authenticity. There's fake authenticity too. People are trying to be overly authentic, right? But I think it's I just share my thoughts. Like, it's not like I'm trying to come up with some big extravagant like thing that's going to go viral and get 1 million views. Like, it's just, hey, this is what, so have experience, extract a lesson, educate, or entertain the audience. It's called the E3 method, right? So you have an experience. We all have it.
Yeah.
We extract a lesson from it, right? Whatever that lesson is, and then we educate or entertain from that lesson and story. So
that's back to the authenticity.
Yeah.
There's so many fake people out there anymore.
100%.
On social media,
gosh.
like everybody's posting quotes, and I'm like, you don't live like that, you know? And it's just
most people aren't.
no.
Some of it, like some people on social media that I know personally.
Yeah.
That looked like they had a great time. I'm sure they did. That looks real. That's who they are. But then there's other people that I know. I'm like, all of that is fake. like I know behind the scenes they're struggling, and they're just putting out this persona that is complete opposite of that, and it's hard. It's hard to watch that. I don't know, trying to keep up or whatever they're.
Yeah,
social media. Yeah, you see other people doing it and you want to join the crowd.
Yeah, no. Gosh, I was gonna say something and I lost it. I think, you guys are exactly right. People being vulnerable, like sharing the truth. There's like an epiphany that happens when you do that. So if I'm very transparent, like I told you already, fertility issues. I told you like we were living I didn't say this, but we were living paycheck to paycheck when we were like it's not been easy. Like I've been a terrible dad, a terrible father, like totally just coasting through life, and I'm very transparent about that. But there's a good feeling that comes from being vulnerable and sharing your story. And I post on social media. For me just as much as for everybody else, because it's telling your story and it's like getting it out in the open. Like if you hold it all inside, talking about the darkness, right? That's what happens. Like you're just wallowing in it, and at some point like it could get really bad. So by sharing it and being vulnerable and being comfortable doing that, like not everybody's gonna do that, and that's okay. And you don't have to do it, but for me that helps me a ton. Just saying, hey, this is what happened to me today, and here's what I learned from it. Maybe somebody else can learn from it as well.
So how do you choose on the word of the day? How does it just
random?
And that's
sort of.
I was watching and I was
sort
like, this seems like it just whatever you're going through in the day.
Yeah.
It's just a word that like comes to you and you go with it.
So I've gone a couple different routes with it. So I use my 5 pillars again: faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun. So one week it might be fitness based. So maybe it's discipline or intensity or intervals or whatever that is. And then mindset, maybe it's perception and some different words like that. So I might go with a theme week typically. So that kind of helps me out to kind of stay on task, and I try to talk through that.
So
but
it's not terribly random.
I don't want it to be like, God, he's all over the place. Like, what the hell is he doing? Right?
4th of July was pretty clever. Independence. I was like, that was an easy one. That was easy.
My word of the day is nachos. I am craving some nachos.
That's the real
we'd be terrible.
Yeah, we would.
No, it's just whatever. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm not very creative.
No, but it's good that you're like have a theme that you kind of come back to, keeps you on track.
I try to do everything with intention, right? That's the problem. Like people are just doing stuff and throwing it at the wall and seeing if it sticks. But if you really want to get ahead, have intention behind it, right? And have a plan. And plans are going to go awry. It's not that, but having a routine and at least habits that gives you structure, and then and what that does is allows things to happen automatically. So, having a habit, working out every morning, like I don't have to think about it. It just kind of happens on its own eventually. Your body kind of robotically kind of just does it.
Right.
So then I have more bandwidth, more decision-making power when the bad stuff happens or when life throws curveballs at you. Hey, I didn't waste all my bandwidth and all my energy on stuff that I don't normally do in the morning. It's a habit. So then I've got more energy and bandwidth to tackle something that gets thrown into my day that I wasn't expecting, right? So you ask where energy comes from and some of that, a lot of it's because I'm pretty structured in habits, so I can keep my energy high because I've got habits built up.
How precise is your calendar each and every day? How much free time do you build in there?
Free time's in the evenings, usually from 8 to 10 typically, but the rest is pretty
spot on.
Very structured.
I can show you a screenshot. It's pretty legit. It's pretty ridiculous.
Have you ever seen what's one of the Mark Wahlberg's?
Yeah,
have you ever seen Mark Wahlberg's his routine? I had the
4 a.m. guy.
Yeah, 4 a.m. guy. I mean, it's like 15-minute intervals, and then one of them on there, and I don't know if this is his actual thing, but it was like 15 minutes for golf. I saw, and I'm like,
you didn't get one hole in?
Course on his house.
Is that why? Because I was like 15. I'm like, who golfs for 15 minutes? It was like
apparently Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but it made me think it was fake because I was like, it's just too short. You're like, all right, I got to get on the tee box right now. I got 15 minutes.
1.5 holes.
Three legit holes at his house.
I didn't see. Maybe
you
that's.
can probably get all of them in 5 minutes.
With a golf cart, if you're going alone, you could probably get that done.
I love Mark Wahlberg, by the way. There was an HBO special on him not too long ago. He's a very entrepreneurial, very structured, routine guy, and he's got multiple revenue streams with everything he does, from his movie career to like the Wahlberg's franchise burgers. He's got a apparel line. The goal is to a lot of what he's doing is I've got aspirations to do a lot of similar stuff, like multiple streams of income and branding and that kind of thing. So getting back to the Ripped Routine podcast, yes, it's not going to be the Ripped Routine. It's going to be confident building a life on fire going forward, right? Because the Ripped Routine, a lot of people think it's just a fitness program, which it is. That's a key component.
That's part of it.
I said that's one of the pillars. That's the foundation. But people see it, they're like, oh, he's just a fitness coach. And I'm more than a fitness coach. So that's the announcement. Jeez, that took us forever.
Hey, we're there. We made it.
We got there.
We got about
all good stuff, though.
7 minutes.
Oh, geez.
I want to add.
Fine.
I
Go
want
for
to
it.
ask about 75.
Yeah, I keep looking at that.
So
yeah.
you've successfully done it once.
Yes, sir.
Failed twice.
Yes, sir.
And you're on your 4th attempt.
That's right. So I'll give you a little context. So 75 hard is 75 days, okay?
In a row?
In a row.
Okay.
Nonstop.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 workouts a day. One has to be outside, 45 minutes each. You can both be outside. You're not supposed to do an hour and a half straight. You're supposed to have breaks in between the workouts, okay?
Okay.
Read 10 pages a day. Drinking a gallon of water. No cheat meals. No alcohol. Follow a nutrition plan. I feel like I'm missing one.
That sounds
2
about right.
workouts.
Wait,
I've
you
seen
have
it.
to
I
follow
think
a
I got
nutrition
one.
plan?
You can pick out whatever nutrition plan you want. If you just want to cut out sugar, if you want to cut out dairy, if you want an intermittent fast, you can pick whatever nutrition plan you want. It doesn't have to be crazy,
It's not-
ridiculous.
okay.
You don't have to track macros if you don't want to. You don't have to
Right.
like just eat broccoli. It's whatever.
This nutrition plan blows it. Broccoli.
I'm out on day 5.
Yeah, but no cheating on the nutrition plan and no alcohol, right? So
Yeah.
you're out.
That part's good.
Yeah, that would be
It's
hard.
75 days, that's a long time.
It's a long time. I made it with no alcohol
get
for
drunk.
an entire year. It was not as hard. Once you get there, like I craved more food, salt, sugar. Sugar's more addicting to me than alcohol, believe it or not. So, anyways, so that's 75 hard. You go 75 days straight. It's a lot of people think it's a fitness program, but it's more like grit, fortitude. It's winning the battle. Like Andy Frisella is the founder of it. He's a big self-development guy as well. First form.
What was his name?
Andy Frisella. He's based out of St. Louis. He had a podcast. He was one of the first.
He's intense.
He's intense too. He was one of the first people that I started listening to in terms of podcasts. My MFCEO project.
David Goggins.
Goggins
Is he
that
one of your
dude's
guys?
That's intense. Like,
yeah.
I think he's kind of like borderline insane.
Oh, for
Like-
sure. For
like
sure.
He's just, I don't know, man.
What's the name of his book? I can't even think of it. But
Can't Hurt Me?
Can't Hurt Me. So that was one of the first audiobooks I ever downloaded to listen to while I was doing 75 hard outdoor workouts. And that, like, if you listen to that, you'll run through a wall. I mean, insane. Dude is, he is.
how
He's
he's
not borderline crazy. He's 10 kinds of crazy. He is 100%. Seriously. So 75 hard, 75 days. First one I made it through all the way. Second time I failed because you have to get it in by midnight. That's the end of your day, and I fell asleep reading. Oh, the other one's progress picture. You have to take a picture of yourself. Some people, the simplest thing, just to take a picture of yourself in the mirror, people forget to do it. So you have to start over. If you're going to do it again, you start back at day 1. So if you're on day 74 and you forget, you start all the way back over. Progress picture, just a picture.
Naked?
Shirt off. I mean, I don't know.
Are you supposed to? Is it supposed to be like a?
No dick pics, just.
No, you don't have to be naked.
No,
probably
but like,
boxers.
it's supposed to
Shirt
be-
off.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
shirt
like a
off.
physique.
You want to be able to see.
what's
Yeah, and
going
again,
on
it's
there.
not a fitness program, but the
No DPs?
the benefits, additional DPs. That's good. I'll use that. So the program is more about grit and fortitude and confidence building and those kind of things. The side effects or the extra benefits are the fitness and the physique that happens because you're drinking so much. Like people. 70, I don't know, all stats are made up. I always say that, but like something I've read, like 70 to 80% of people in the United States walk around dehydrated all day long,
I've heard
right?
that too,
So drinking a gallon of water is huge, right? And that's hard for some people, but that's what your body needs. We're made up of mostly water.
When you're drinking a gallon of water, you're getting back to intentional. You have to be to get there.
100%.
For most people, myself included.
Gallon jug,
dumping
it in my thing, making sure it's done by the end of the day. And now it's not so hard. I can almost get to 2, but the bathroom's really close to the office. In the house, which is helpful. So, but that's 75 hard. The second time I failed. Third time I wasn't doing it with intention. Going back to intention, like I was doing it, but I was going through the motions. Like when I was reading,
Head wasn't in it.
Like it just wasn't into it. Like the first time I ran every single outdoor workout, I jogged the entire 45 minutes. Like I did not stop.
Oof.
Like it was. Oh, my knees and my ankles were horrible. Like I was beat up. It sucked, but it was just getting through it. The third time I did it, it was like I was just kind of, I was doing it, but not with intention, not going out all in, right? Now this time there's about 12 guys. It's part of my coaching program, actually, where we're taking them through. And I didn't force them to do it. They wanted to do it. So I'm like, sure, we can do it. And
accountability buddies.
Does walking count? That should
walk. No, it shouldn't. And that's,
it's just not.
Well, I agree with you. Some people walk with like vests on, so ruck packs and those kind of things. And if you're walking, if you get your heart rate up to like 120, then it probably works.
Okay.
But that's just me.
What day are you on right now?
62.
Ooh,
so you're on the home. You're on the home stretch.
Yeah.
So now, once you get to this point, you're like, I'm gonna make it.
Oh, for sure.
It's got to be what day? What day does it start to?
When you
feel
hit
like
the
you're,
40s, it's like, okay, so the first couple weeks suck, and then you're like, all right, I'm in a rhythm now, I'm in a zone, and then when you're like 40, you're like, God,
I've been doing this a long time.
Another 30 days of this, and you're like, so. But there's a whole Live Hard program. So then you take a break, and then you add in cold showers, like freezing cold showers. You have to do like meet strangers, like do something nice for a stranger every single day. Like there's a whole. It's pretty cool. He's done a really good job with it, and it's a free program. Anybody can do it.
Huh.
I think I would struggle with the 2 workouts.
It's hard to plan, and here's the thing.
Second one
75 hard, like doing my first physique competition, similar to that. I did that in 2018. That was part of the transition. I didn't mention that earlier, by the way, that you brought up earlier. But it's kind of a selfish thing, right? Because it's taking up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
It's good because you're more confident, you're dialed in, like it gets you to where you need to be, but it's taking away quality time probably with your family some. So you have to either get up early, so that's why I'm a 5 a.m. guy, because I'm trying to get it done before the kids are up. Mm-hmm. So,
we got about 1 minute here. What message do you want to get out to our listeners?
Yeah, no, I think you guys have, so many people are struggling. A lot of us do really, really well in one area of life. So the 5 pillars, like I talk about. So for a lot of us, it's, maybe our relationships are on fire, right? Maybe we're really good with our husbands and wives and our kids, or maybe business is going really good, or maybe we're pretty good in our fitness. But what I try to help people in is dial in every aspect of life. So if you guys struggle with structure, if your routine's all over the place, if you don't have a routine at all, if you feel like, you need to dial in the other areas of your life, but you're really good at one thing, then I want to help, right? So I typically work with, business owners, entrepreneurs, parents. It doesn't have to be, but those couples, I do some couples coaching as well. So, but building a life on fire, people don't understand that confidence is the superpower that we all possess. A lot of us just need help finding that again. Maybe we had it at one point and it's gone away. But that's my goal, is to help people find that superpower again, which is confidence. So
I like that.
That's it.
Where can we find you?
Yep. So right now, Instagram's probably the best. It's just my name, Anthony Hudson, on Instagram. That's the best way to reach out. I'll have a URL and a website and all that stuff. Hopefully by the time this airs, that we can plug that in, and it'll be the Confident Podcast, and then my coaching program will be Confident, Building a Life on Fire as well.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure having
Thanks,
you on.
Anthony.
Same. Thank you, guys.
This
so
is
cool.
Another episode of The Brother Side, episode 25.
25.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
See you guys.